Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. This channel is all about explaining technical topics, giving soft skill tips, career guidance, and providing study tips. Now let's begin with introduction to C. C programming language was developed in 1972 by Dennis Ritchie at Bell Laboratories of USA. Some important points of C. C is procedure-oriented language. Also call it as top-down approach. Now let's see how top-down approach works. So here main program is divided into subprograms. This process we call it as top-down approach, and this subprograms we can also call it as function in C language. C is also called as mid-level language because you can develop low-level applications such as operating systems, hardware devices, etc. and high-level applications such as word processor, video games, etc. Next we'll move on to features of C. First one, it is very easy to use because it has simple syntax and only 32 keywords in it. Second, C is structured programming language because to solve large problems. Third one, C is machine independent or portable. If you write a C code in your machine, it will run on any machine which supports C because it is not tied to any hardware. So we can call it as hardware independent language. C is one of the most powerful modern programming language. So we can develop low-level applications and high-level applications using C language. Next we'll see basic block of C program. First we have preprocessor directive. As name tells, the statements in the preprocessor directives will be executed first. Next we have global declaration. So here whatever the statements you declare here are valid throughout your program. Next we can see void main. Every program execution starts from main and ends at main function. Next local declaration. Here variables are declared inside the function. At last we have user-defined function. Here we can define any number of user-defined functions in our programs. Let's understand block of C code with an example. First we have header file, that is stdio.h. Next we have another preprocessor directive, that is conio.h, which stands for console input output. Next we have main function. Here every program execution starts from main function and ends at main function. Get ch, which stands for get character. So C get ch function make output stable until you press key on the keyboard. Next C tokens. C tokens are very important in order to understand C language. We'll look C tokens one by one. First one is identifiers. Identifiers refers to name given to entities such as variables, functions, structures, etc. And identifiers must be unique. Here in this example, roll number and average are the identifiers. Next we can see keywords. Here keywords are the reserve words whose meaning already defined in the compiler. For example, here int is a keyword. We cannot use hey as keyword. Next one is constant. Constant is a value that cannot be changed throughout your program. In this example, number 5 is constant. That cannot be changed throughout your program. Next is strings. String is nothing but sequence of characters. Next we have operators. An operator is a symbol that tells the compiler to perform specific mathematical or logical functions. Last we have some special symbols, which are used for preprocessor directives. We are in our next topic. That is input or output in C. Here we'll try to understand input and output functions available in C language, through which we can give input to our program, process it, and see the output of our program. Input and output functions available in C. They are printf and scanf. Next get yes and put yes. Last get char and put char functions. Let's see input and output functions. In C programming language, printf function is used to print the character, strings, float, integer, octal, hexadecimal values. To display the output on screen, we use scanf function. Scanf is one of the commonly used function to take input from the input device, which is keyboard. Get yes function is used in order to read string input from the keyboard. We can see the syntax of get yes, while put yes is a function that prints a string to the standard output. Here we can see the syntax of put yes. Get char. Get char function is used to read a character from keyboard input. Put char. It is a file handling function in C programming language, which is used to write a character on screen. Next we are in our next topic, that is, variables in C. Variables are basically name of a memory location that we use for storing data. In C programming, rules are very important in order to name variable in C. We'll try to understand rules for naming variable one by one. Variable name must begin with letters or underscore. Variables are case sensitive, so same word considered as two different words by the C compiler. Variables must start with lowercase letter. No special symbols are involved, other than underscore. Now let's learn declaring and initializing C variable. First we'll see how to declare a variable. Here we can syntax for declaring variable. This syntax contains data type followed by variable name with semicolon. In C example for declaration of variable. Next initialization of variable. This syntax contains data type followed by variable name equal to value. Next we can see the example of it. Next we can see two type of variables. One is local variable. Another one is global variable. Local variables, in which a variable that declared inside a function of computer program. In this example var local equal to 5, that declared inside a function or block of computer program. Next we have global variables, in which a variable that declared outside the function of a program. In this example we can see var global equal to 10. That declared outside of the function. Let's move on to our last topic, in this part 1 video of C for beginners, that is, data types in C programming language. First we should know, what is data type? Data types are declarations for variables. For example, int my var with example. In this example my var is a variable of integer type. And here, int is a declaration of variable my var. Here we'll try to understand what are different data types in C. They are primitive data type, derived data type, user-defined type. Under primitive data type, we have Boolean. In C, Boolean is a data type that contains two types of values, that is 0 and 1. Here 0 represents false value, while 1 represents true value. In character data type we can store single character value, and size of a char is 1. Format string for char is %C. An integer which can store the numbers without the decimal part. Size of int is 4. And format string is %D or %I. If we want to store numbers with a decimal part then we use float data type. Size of float data type is 4, and format string is %F. Next we have double. The double data type is a double precision 64-bit floating point value. Size of a double is 8. Last we have void data type. Void is an empty data type that has no value. We use void data type in functions when we don't want to return any value. In this example, this function won't return any value to the calling function. Second type in data type is derived data type. In this we have array. Array are used to store multiple values in a single variable, instead of declaring separate variables for each value. Here we can see the syntax. That is data type name of size 1, size 2 up to size n. Here we can see the example of it. That is int a of 6. In this variable a stores 6 different values in it. Next we have pointers in derived data type. Pointers is nothing but a variable that can store address of another variable. In this example we can see two variables, they are p and var. And in this variable p stores address of variable var. Next we have last type in data type. That is user-defined type. In this we have structures. Structures is the grouping of different variables under one name. In this example we can see single name, that is person. Under person we have different variables, they are name, roll number, salary. They are under single name person. Next we have union under user-defined data type. Union is similar to structures, but union can hold only one member at a time. Last we have enum, that is enumerated type in user-defined type, which is used to assign names to integral constants, because names are easier to handle in program. Below example we can see the constant integer variables. Thank you for watching this video. At any point, if you found this video helpful for you, then please do like this video. It feels more encouraging to do more videos. Share this video to your friends or whoever it needs, it may helpful for them. Comment below this video which topic videos you would love to see from this channel. More importantly, don't forget to subscribe to my channel Techee MVS and press the bell icon.